Up next, Pali is going to chat to a dietitian about food and feminine hygiene. Stay tuned.
GYNAGUARD, Feminine Hygiene Mastered.
We always need to be mindful of what we put into our bodies, as it definitely has an effect on our health. Now, here to give us a deep dive into the impact on food and feminine hygiene is dietitian Laura Carlitz. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, this conversation is something that I think so many of our viewers are paying attention to, because we hear so many myths, so many fads and misconceptions around food and feminine hygiene. But I want to find out from you from the top, does food have an impact on our feminine hygiene?
So the one thing we need to remember is that vaginal health consists of this environment. So it's good bacteria and bad bacteria. And what we want to do is we want to promote this good bacteria. Okay. So with that in mind, we actually want to decrease the foods that obviously have an effect on the bad bacteria or promote that bad bacteria. And foods like your processed foods and your foods that are really high in sugar or your refined carbohydrates, these have an effect on that bad bacteria and also increase your risk then for yeast infections and bacterial infections as well.
Continuing to focus on that good bacteria that we're trying to promote, what food should we be focusing on?
So a lot of the information out there is myths. So what we generally focus on is just a healthy, balanced diet, which include foods that are rich in fiber, that are high in probiotics, which we'll get to in a bit, and just hydration in general. So we just want to promote the good bacteria in that way. There's no specific foods that we need to eliminate or anything like that. Just pure healthy, balanced eating.
Okay, so it is safe to say that then there are no limitations when it comes to what we should kind of leave out, and what should we be running away from then when it's...
So generally the processed foods, the foods high in sugar, and obviously a lot of your refined carbohydrates. So basically when your diet consistently includes these on a daily basis, then it does become a bit of an issue. Yes.
And we also hear a lot of conversation around having a good and healthy pH balance.
If you just maintain a healthy, balanced diet, once again, then your pH levels will be maintained. So with that in mind, just keeping a healthy, balanced diet, maybe talking to a dietitian, having them assess the diet as well, so that it sets you up for long-term success with your pH levels.
It sounds good. Now, finally, you have already hinted and touched on probiotics. So whether it's food or products, what should we be focusing on when it comes to those probiotics?
So generally, food comes first. So what we do like to include more of is your fiber-rich foods. So whole grains, fruits and vegetables, plenty of probiotic foods as well. Legumes is a good idea. And then making sure you hydrate properly as well, because when you're dehydrated, it also causes a few issues down there as well from dehydration. So yeah, there's plenty to look at, but I mean, just seeing a dietitian and having a full assessment done would be a good idea.
Oh, well, thank you so much. What an incredible conversation. Now, we all have the information that we need, and we can make the best and smart decisions on our overall wellness. GYNAGUARD, Feminine Hygiene Mastered. Now, today we have our lucky winner on the line. Please, may we get a drum roll to find out who's going to be walking away with this incredible GYNAGUARD hamper. Congratulations goes to Caroline Khatebe. Now, when asked what the most essential part of a feminine hygiene routine is, she commented by saying, I stopped wearing tight clothes, changed out of wet clothes immediately. I stopped washing with perfumed soaps and maintained my annual gynecologist exams. And I also drink lots of water. She also made sure to use those hashtags GYNAGUARD and the hashtag feminine hygiene. Congratulations, Caroline! Winner. Caroline, how does it feel to be a winner?
It feels so great. It feels so great, so good. I mean, this product is my favorite, so I'm so over the moon at the moment.
Lalela, Caroline, I can hear it from your voice. I can hear it from that scream. I want to find out from you, why is it so important to follow a feminine hygiene routine?
It is always important because we have to make sure that our feminine part is very healthy and is in a good part. We don't have to play around that area. We don't have to keep it dirty or anything, because it's a natural part that we need to take care of as women.
Caroline, I couldn't have said it better myself. Congratulations on walking away with a hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand, courtesy of GYNAGUARD. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Now stand a chance to win a GYNAGUARD hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand weekly. Mention one of the foods that contribute towards good feminine hygiene that dietitian Laura has mentioned already within her interview. Please do reply to the competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook or Twitter page. Don't forget to include the hashtag GYNAGUARD and the hashtag feminine hygiene. This competition closes on the 22nd of September. T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
GYNAGUARD, Feminine Hygiene Mastered.